The next person I'm going to present to you this evening is Bill Coughlin. He's the founder of the Vancouver Market Report, the Coughlin team, and Most Referred. Bill has 43 years helping British Columbia homeowners sell with stronger marketing, better buying exposure, and proven systems. His career includes over 1,017 home sales and more than 12,000 buyer showings. In 1983, he developed one of Canada's early home price index systems and has been forecasting the Lower Mainland Vancouver real estate market for decades. In 2000, he created the Most Referred, one of the largest city coverage real estate networks in North America. Today, he specializes in selling the full emotional value of a home, not just the square footage. Bill's Why We Love Living Here marketing uses professional narrated listing movies, lifestyle storytelling, market reports, Vancouver direction, buyer exposure, and auction-style marketing to help sellers create more demand. Let's give Bill a warm welcome.
So let me make sure I'm in the right room because I've been invited to speak, but is this the Go NDP crowd? No? Go away David Eby crowd? Oh, okay. You know, I speak in many different groups, but bottom line is, you guys, I'm here to help protect you. So we do have a problem. In Abbotsford, I'm looking at all these owners. You have dropped $460,000 from the peak. That's your cash. You cannot get it back. It's not coming back anytime soon, probably in our lifetime. But it disappeared off of your table. When I sit with people and we talk about their wealth management, I like to even pull out of my pocket some bills. You know, we'll put $40 on the table, pretend it's 400,000, right? Say, okay, go flush this, it's gone. It's actually gone. And we just watch our equity and our wealth go down, down, down. So the typical thing for many people is you don't do anything, I'll wait it out. Well, I'm here to tell you some facts, and I'm not trying to scare you. I apologize. I try to be the most positive person you'll ever meet, but I bring with me facts, something to think about. And it's called protect your wealth. Just don't let it erode. And for example, some people have investments. Well, if they're both going down, turn your losers into winners. There's strategy planning, there's wealth management. Adrian's the expert on all sorts of, he's got all the other supporting people, but you'll see things like, he might recommend the multifamily developments the government is throwing a crazy amount of money at, doing 4% mortgages, which actually makes a profit, not lose, right? It might be in Edmonton, it might be in Ontario, but whatever, there's different opportunities to save that 400,000 from disappearing more, okay? So you will hear many stories on the internet and the news, and most people don't have the accurate data to tell you actually what's going on. I'm 43 years of forecasting, and for me this is an 8,000 hour study. That's like two PhDs of time. I feel the market. I forecast the market with extreme accuracy, but listen, it can change in a heartbeat. If the federal government dropped the interest rates in half, like in 2008, we went from 6 to 3. In 2019, we went down to 1.4% mortgages. You guys, Carney was involved in both of those. Why are we a 6.25% 5-year mortgage today? Like, that's killing the entire world here. Like, I myself, beyond selling real estate, I developed over 99 acres of land into residential housing. I quit. I'm out. My last subdivision is hurting me. It's taken away my retirement. I can't afford it. And it's hard to get typical bank financing. as a developer, so I've been paying up to 14% on some of my mortgages. You guys, the developers in this province have all gone. Alberta, Texas, Florida, no taxes. It's like we've scared the living daylights out of our construction industry. And to put that in perspective, in any of North American society, our construction, our real estate is right around a third, 30%, 33% of our entire GNP. If we're building homes, that's 20 man-years of work for one house. The guy that plants the tree, the guy, the logging truck, the lumber, the roofer, the plumber, those jobs are gone when we shut down. Let's have a look at a slide. Now, I've been told very simply that I have to say, next slide, please. Okay, got it. Okay, so yeah.
I wasn't trying to speak yet.
Heavy on the please. But bottom line is, real estate in general, folks, is on consumer confidence. Are we going to have inflation on our price? I'm going to make some money. Is this exciting? And then look at this. We've got people today are worried about what? The economy, the land changes, the mortgage rates, the inflation, government spending like crazy. By the way, skill testing question, make sure I'm in the right crowd. If you double the administration for healthcare, does that make twice as effective surgeries? No. You guys, a good crowd, okay? Double government bureaucracy drops the efficiency by, gotta be to 10%, I don't know. Yeah, and our medical services, listen, I'm a walking miracle here. My first cancer was 20 years ago. Doctor said to me, Bill, you're a lucky man. I said, why? He said, well, 2 years ago we had no treatment for you. Today you're going to live. I went, whoa, that's pretty good. And then a few years later I got another cancer. He says, Bill, you're a lucky man. Why? Well, 2 years ago we had no treatment for you. You're going to live. Here I am, 20 years later, guys. I'm a walking miracle. But let's just say seriously, that cost $1 million for all my treatments. We don't have the cash to do that for everybody, especially if we bring in 5 million new people into Canada. We go from 37 to 41 million or whatever it is. Those people come here with almost no health care. They need the whole works at once. How are we going to pay for that? We haven't increased the beds hardly. You know, our budget on the medical services hasn't, we're already taxed to the nines. So we all suffer. There's a new book out, what's it called? Suicidal Empathy. We all want to save the world, yes. Bring 8 billion people into our country and give them free health care. Well, slight problem with that. Where's the money coming from? If we leave the money in the ground, we don't allow it to be mined or oil or whatever, we're hooped. So socialism works really, really well until you run out of everybody's money, right? But we have enough money in this country. We're one of the richest places in the entire world. Just the Hibernia oil fields and the one on Queen Charlotte's, what they don't allow to be tapped into. I've done a study, that's enough to pay off our entire Canadian debt. Those two fields alone, but they don't allow us to take it out. So it's crazy time. So anyhow, let's move on. Please, oh, I got it. So look at this. Picture that as me and my wife in 1982, actually. And we had 2 children. I bought my home here for $56,000. I rented out the basement suite and paid for the mortgage. Guys, that's a Canadian dream, right there. All of your children, grandchildren, they don't have that opportunity anymore. Look, we've gone up 1,500%. Are you stinking kidding? It's like none of our children today, grandchildren, can afford to live in this area. They're disenfranchised. And when prices go up that much, and let's just say 60% ownership in Canada, and check your math, you guys, it's probably 60.1 or something. But bottom line is, the 40% that don't own, their values, they became super poor and the rich became super rich. The largest transference of wealth in Western world history happened right here. Now, empathy, oh, we feel sad for those people. Well, what are we gonna do? Give them all our money? You guys, we have a problem here. So people can't afford to live here anymore. Look at this. We're down to a condo, 1 bedroom. We're trying to raise a kid with the park 6 blocks away, right? Okay, next slide. So for my entire career, if I would have sat down with you 40 years ago, I would say, listen, I think you should buy a home, and if you pay your mortgage for the next 25 years, you will own it. You'll have some security with our pension plan and our health care. You're set for life, and it might cost you $1,000 a month to be in a care home. No big deal. You got enough equity, you're secure. Whoa, what just happened to that Canadian dream? Like, if you've lost $460,000 for your Abbotsford and Mission lost over $500,000, by the way, that just pulled the rug out under your security for life. It's killed us, seriously. And crazy expenses, I could go through them all, but very simply, is there a recovery here? Boy, oh boy, I try to talk positive, and I got my main market reports, 18 million views, 1.7 million followers. I can never say anything negative, or I actually affect the entire market. So I have to be so careful what I say. So I always say, there's positive. If they drop the interest rates in half, if we do a good trade deal, we protect our 76% of our income coming from the States. If we get more jobs, get some money out of the ground, all of these things could turn the market around and we could stabilize, go up a little bit. Or the opposite, right? July 1st is our CUSMA renegotiation time, and we have no stinking idea here. It could be get 100% tax and we're all dead. We have no idea. So all of that anxiety, lack of consumer confidence means this is the lowest sales I have seen in 43 years. Next slide, please. Okay, good. So there we are. Listen, in Abbotsford, we hit an average of 1.675 million, and then we down to 1.275. That's roughly a 25% drop since the peak. Anybody feel the pain here? Okay, that maybe you don't need the money, but your grandchildren need to go to school. They need a step into life. Like, I wish, listen, none of us, I'm pretty sure I speak for most people here, but when I ask people what their plans are in life, one of them is, who are you trying to support? Who would you put your life on the line? And most people would say, I will put my life on my line for my kids. And then it gets closer for the grandkids. Like, these kids have no chance of buying a home here. How are they even going to go to school? How are they going to fund it? So if you can help with your security, your wealth, to help the family survive, that's our calling, folks. Not to have the Ferrari and the trips to all the vacation lands of the world. Forget that. Family, 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 and support your family. So your wealth is under attack, serious attack here. Next slide, please. Look at that, okay. Next slide, please. I want to show you, I'm a real data person, but not as tough as the last two speakers. Man, that was a lot of data, you guys. Holy crackers. So I try to summarize it a little bit. I'm a salesman, okay? But still, this is Calgary. And I want to show you, as if you look at Calgary from 2020, $194,000 home went to $679 at the today. So that's a 5.2% increase in value. Not bad. But the crazy thing here, in COVID time, it only went up 9%. Next slide, please. Now look at this. During COVID, from January to March, it went up from 476 to 517. That's nothing. You guys, that's 4% per year. Not a big deal. Next slide, please. This is Abbotsford, Fraser Valley. Look at this crazy, stupid peak here. This is beyond stupid, guys. That $264,000 home hit 1.695 million. Holy crackers. Why did that happen? Next slide. Please, please. Sorry. That was two pleases. That gets me credit. Okay, good. So look at this. That $933,000 home in Abbotsford hit 1.6 million. That is, what is, I can't read the far side, but 45, whatever the far number is. But anyhow, bottom line, it's up 35.5% per year. Holy crackers. You guys, this is not logical thinking. This is not 1 + 1. This is gold fever. Absolute nutso thinking. The left side of the brain, which is 1 + 1 more or less, is gone. It's the high emotion, go, go, go. And it kills all of us. The government had a responsibility here. They did absolutely nothing. If anything, whenever government has a responsibility, they're a year too late. Next slide, please. Look at the difference between Calgary, the bottom line. That's stable, folks. We all should have this, just stable forecasting future. You retire, you own a home, you got some equity, you can pay your health care, everything, we're solid. Now, you look at the top one with Abbotsford during COVID, Mission itself went over 100% higher in those year and a half. 100%. What did the government do wrong? Watch this, next. Okay, well, by the way, this is 1982 when I started real estate. We went up 108%, but we dropped 69% in the following year. So listen, I'm the only guy that actually has this data. I've been collecting that from 1982. And boy, do I love studying this stuff, right? It's my wheelhouse, okay? Next slide, please. Now this is the 208 drop. Now I forecast this exactly in May 28th, my anniversary. We are dropping. We dropped 16%. We're supposed to drop another 25. Zero realtors believe me. Zero Canadian economists forecast. I forecast this. And I sold my home in the exact peak for double the price anybody thought possible. So, I put my money up where I walk the walk. Next. These are our number of new home sales. Basically, this is a measurement per year of how many homes we build per year on the MLS system. I want you to look at the peak here of 6,963 homes in 1992. This was when all that Hong Kong money came in. Now I want you to look at today. We're actually at 121, but I extrapolated for the end of the year at 250. Anybody listening? Do you see a difference? Like, this is called death. Our building industry in this province is dead. Nobody can afford to build a home and sell it for a profit. They're actually losing money to build a home today. High mortgages, high expenses, all the bureaucracy, the years it takes to build it. My gosh, you guys, a recipe to kill a country. There you go. Next slide. Now, this is an interesting one. I'm sorry, I pretended my name was Rita. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of data. Okay, so anyhow, you see the blue line here? That is our Canadian buyers. And we run roughly 1,300 sales, or real estate sales in this spring period. Now look at the red. The first on the left in the mid-90s, that's Hong Kong money. $500 billion came in. $500 billion. And then look at the red ones here. This is the mainland China. Like 2 trillion total buying power in Canada, but Vancouver and Toronto primarily, okay? All of that red money is Chinese money, and it came into our market and destroyed us. Now the governments, I'm calling any government people, no lynching today, okay, fine. But anyhow, for the government guys like Mike DeYoung, finance minister for 5 years, roughly, so happy to get all of this sales tax. So much money coming in. Oh, we're going to spend and have a party. What did they do? They pushed the prices up to 1,600%, made all of our children, grandchildren not be able to afford to live here. We sold out our country. But right there, we cut it off in 2023. Justin did do that. And now we got no red coming in. Next. This is what we call a Ponzi scheme. You know what I mean? Anyhow, bottom line, all of that red cash, we'll call it 1.5 trillion here in the Lower Mainland, came in and it pushed all those prices up 735% from 1990 roughly. And next, please. Now, we got a 5-year ban on foreigners, so the Chinese money is down to nothing. Today, it's actually leaving our country. They know that we dropped 25%. So what are they doing? This is a bad place to invest. They're off to Malaysia, they're off to Thailand, they're all over the world, wherever they can make money. These are investors. They're just trying to hide their money. That's it. And we're not a good investment today. We're a terrible investment. Next. And in 2023, we had 72,000 people leave. And I just did the study on this for per capita. We got more people leaving BC than California does by a long shot. We're the winner. Well, we're the loser. We got people with capital flighting out of this province like crazy. And you want to protect your wealth? He's tapping his watch. Does that mean anything? Does this go faster or wrap it up? Okay, fine. What a taskmaster. Okay, next. So bottom line, where are they going? In fact, don't quote me on this, but roughly 2.2 million temporary foreign workers and students. A big chunk of them have already left. Like we actually had deflation, 120,000 people in the last quarter or something. But many of these new immigrants are going, I can't afford these taxes. There's not enough jobs. I can't build a house. And free Medicare, by the way, for everyone that comes to Canada. Dr. Hoff might confirm this, but I calculate we're right around $480,000 worth of benefit for everybody coming here. They won the lotto. They won $500,000 to get their green card. And then for the relatives that they bring in, their moms and dads, it's another $280 each. They're getting $1 million gift from us by getting a green card here. But that's your cash. You want to bring in another billion people? Go for it. But we can't afford it. Our first priority should be our kids and our grandkids. Okay? I would come around to talk and say hi, and I appreciate your time. Thank you, sir. Boy, I got away okay. One more time. Go, go, David Eby. Go. Oh, go. It's a go, yeah.